Hello everyone and welcome to my very first fully length video. I'm really excited to finally be here and I thought there's no better way of kicking things off than talking about something I've been working on for a while now. If you've been following me for a bit, you've probably seen a few of the short teasers I've been posting. Well, today I'm going to be diving in a little bit deeper and finally talking about my book. It's still in progress, but I thought it was time to share a bit more information with all of you guys. So grab a drink, get comfy, and let's get into it. But first off, let me introduce myself. In case you don't know me, which you probably don't, my name is Lunia Sid, a teen writer hoping to go big. Fingers crossed. I'm just here sharing my journey with you all as I make my way through this wild book writing adventure. So let's get into it.
1, 2, 3, let's go!
At its core, it is about power. Who has it, who wants it, and what people are willing to do to get it. The story follows Arya Calloway, a fierce, determined, young enchanted caught in a web of politics, danger, and romance as she navigates the tangled mess of the Kingdom Veridon and its life, secret missions, and her own personal battles. Prince Damian, the heir to the throne in the Kingdom Veridon, is at the heart of it all. He's not exactly the Prince Charming type. He's complicated, cunning, and holds a lot of dark secrets. With her group of friends, Arya must learn who she can trust as the stakes get higher, and her own feelings about Damian get even more confusing. Betrayal is never far behind, especially with the king's twisted rule and the kingdom's ban on magic. And of course, there's the mission: to stop a ruthless king from tightening his grip on the throne and save the enchanted people who've been hunted for far too long. Expect epic battles, complex relationships, and a whole lot of drama because dethroning a king is never easy. Right, on to the characters in the book. Let's start off with Prince Damian, the morally grey disaster we cannot help but be obsessed with. Damian is the kind of guy who walks into a room and owns it without even trying. He's got this intense, brooding vibe that screams, "I don't care." But deep down, you know there is a lot going on behind those cold green eyes. And speaking of his eyes, they're sharp enough to cut you in half, and he's not afraid to use them to make you feel 2 inches tall, depending on his mood, to be honest. Personality-wise, he's complicated to say the least. He's not your typical Prince Charming. Sure, he can charm the room when he needs to, but most of the time, he's blunt, sarcastic, and brutally honest. He's not afraid to get his hands dirty if it means getting what he wants, and his moral compass is, let's say it's flexible. He's the type to save a village one day and then burn down an enemy stronghold the next, all in the name of what he thinks he's doing is right. Now, let's talk about Arya, our fierce, loyal, slightly chaotic main girl who is so much more than she realizes. Arya is the kind of character you would root for no matter what, because, she's not perfect, okay? She's messy, impulsive, stubborn to a fault, but that's what makes her so her, okay? She's got this fire in her that refuses to burn down, even when everything around her seems to be burning apart, falling apart. She's been through a lot, too much honestly, but she keeps pushing forward because she knows there is no other option. She cannot give up because that ultimately will literally lead her to dying. And not just her, everyone else. What's so great about her is how she balances strength and vulnerability. She's not afraid to throw herself into danger if it means protecting the people she cares about. But she also does struggle with self-doubt, second-guessing herself. She's constantly questioning if she's doing the right thing, if she's good enough, if she's making a difference. But don't think for a second she is a pushover. Oh no. She's sharp-tongued, quick-witted, and she has a knack for calling people out when they need it. Especially Damian. Their dynamic is pure gold because she does not let him get away with anything, okay? She challenges him in ways no one else does, and he hates it. Arya is also incredibly loyal, sometimes to her own detriment. She loves deeply, and when someone breaks her trust, it cuts her to the core. That betrayal, she does not just brush it off. She feels it deeply, and instead of wallowing, she channels it into action. She's not the type to sit around and cry about things. She's too busy trying to fix things or figure out what to do next, what her next plan is going to be, what her next move is going to be. And can we talk about her bravery? Sure, she's terrified half the time, but she still charges headfirst into whatever chaos is happening. Spying on Damian, dangerous. Going on mission, insane. Okay? But she does it anyways because she knows it's the only way to protect the people she loves and the kingdom she wants to call home. Arya is also so apologies for that little mess up. What the flip was I saying? Okay, hold on. Okay, bear with me. Where's my script? Ah, yes. As I was saying, Arya is sort of like, she's so unapologetically herself. She's not trying to be the perfect heroine or the ideal leader. She's just her, doing her best to navigate a world that's stacked against her. She's got this dry humor and a sharp tongue that keeps things light even when the stakes are high. She's not afraid to laugh at herself, and honestly, that's what makes her so lovable. Okay, on to our next character. Oh my god, it's Christian. I love him so much. Okay, the lovable, sarcastic disaster who somehow manages to be both a menace and a gem at the same time. If there's chaos happening, chances are it's Christian who is right in the middle of it, either causing it or making it worse with a well-timed and probably unnecessary comment. He's the guy who refuses to take anything seriously, even when he absolutely should. Tense moments, he's cracking a joke. Serious conversation, he's throwing in some witty remark that makes everyone either want to laugh or strangle him. Or both. He's got this sharp, quick wit that's both hilarious and infuriating, and honestly, it's his default defense mechanism. If things get too real, too emotional, too vulnerable, boom, cue the sarcasm. But don't let the banter and snark fool you. Christian does care. That was a fly. But don't let the banter and snark fool you. Christian cares deeply. He's not great at showing it in the usual ways, but it's there in the little things. Like the way he'll throw himself into danger for his friends without a second thought, or how he'll stay up all night cracking jokes just to keep someone's spirits up. His loyalty runs deep, even if he hides it behind an eyebrow or a sarcastic "you're welcome." He's also so unapologetically chaotic. He doesn't care about rules or proper etiquette or, let's be honest, common sense half the time. If there's a "don't touch this" sign, he's touching it. If someone says "don't say that," he'll absolutely keep saying it. And it's not because he's trying to be difficult. Maybe. He's just trying to lighten up the mood, okay? He can't help himself. It's like his brain is hardwired to rebel against anything remotely orderly. And his sense of humour, top tier, okay? We might not see it a lot in the first book, but he's the guy who can make you laugh when you're at your lowest. It's almost annoying how effortlessly funny. Why can I not speak? Okay, Chris is more than just a funny guy. Beneath all the sarcasm and the jokes is someone who's fiercely protective of the people he loves. He doesn't show it in obvious ways. He's not the type to give a heartfelt speech or an emotional pep talk. But when it matters most, he's there, cracking a joke or two to break the tension, or throwing himself into fights to protect his friends. And let's not forget the dynamic with him and Elizabeth. Oh my goodness. Those two bicker like siblings who live to annoy each other. But it's clear there's a lot of love there too. He's constantly poking at her nerves and she's always ready to yell back. But at the end of the day, they've got each other's backs. Their arguments are legendary, but so is their loyalty to each other. Okay? He's the kind of character who keeps everyone on their toes. He's chaotic, snarky, and a little reckless, but he's also the heart of the group in his own chaotic way. He's the guy who'll make you laugh when you need it most, even if it's at his own expense, which isn't good for him. Okay? It's not good for him, but oh well. He's annoying, but we love him, and we wouldn't have him any other way. Now we're on to Elizabeth. She's basically the group's ray of sunshine, pure optimism wrapped in grace and just enough sass to keep things interesting. As a princess in her own kingdom, she's been raised to embody everything you'd expect: kindness, poise, and a strong sense of duty. But don't let her polished exterior fool you. Elizabeth has got that spark to her that shines brightest when she's with her friends. She's the one who keeps everyone grounded, reminding them of what they're fighting for. But she's also got a playful streak that makes her more than just a picture-perfect royal. She's effortlessly charming with the warm energy that draws people in. She believes in the good in everyone, even when it's hard to see, and she's got this knack for lifting spirits just with a smile. That said, she's not all sunshines and roses. She's got her moments of doubt and frustration, especially when she feels like she's being underestimated. But instead of following, she pushes herself through, determined to prove herself. And I think we don't see that much in this book, but we do see it in the second book. Yeah, guys, I have started writing the second book. Anyways, oh my god, and then there's Christian. Oh my days, Christian. He lives to get under her skin, and it's honestly hilarious to watch. Their banter is, mwah, chef's kiss. Literally, I just love it. Like, they'll be bickering even when they're supposed to be really, really serious. Like Christian will make some offhanded, sarcastic comment, and Elizabeth would come back with this perfectly timed, exasperated rebuttal that has everyone laughing. But then they'd also just be like, shut the hell up, you two. Like, be serious. To be honest, she tries to act like he's a thorn in her side, but deep down, you know she loves the chaos he brings. Like, come on, we can tell, babes, we can tell. Not like she'll ever admit it, but come on. Like, for example, I remember I was writing this scene. I think I cut it out, though. I was writing the scene where they were on a mission, and Christian was like, he whispered to her, do you think they'd notice if we'd left, like under his breath? And she just glares at him. Yeah, she just, like, her glare could have like melted steel, but she still manages to hiss back, try and I'll personally drag you back by the ear. And I was just like, I love this, but it was too fast. I think I'd probably add that scene in the second book. Maybe, no promises, but maybe. And it's in those like little moments that reminds me of how much they balance each other out and how much they're meant for each other. Like, Christian brings their unpredictability and Elizabeth brings the structure, and together they're just like, I love it. Like, he'll just piss her off, she'll piss him off. And it's so funny, I love it. But beyond the banter, she generally cares about him and everyone. Even if he drives her up the wall, she's one who will call him out when he's being too reckless or remind him of what's at stake. And Christian, for all his teasing, he's fiercely protective of her. If anyone so much as looks at her wrong, he's ready with a snarky remark or a fist if necessary. Elizabeth is the heart of the group, the one who keeps them steady when things get rough. She's got this. I think I've said that a lot by people. I think I've said that a lot of people. I think I've said that a lot about these characters, but you know, it's true. She's got this quiet strength that sneaks up on you, a resilience born from years of learning how to stand tall in the face of adversity. And while she might complain about Christian's antics, you can tell she wouldn't trade him or any of her friends for the world. She's proof that being kind doesn't mean being weak, and that you can be graceful while still having a fiery streak. She is the sunshine on a stormy day, the steady hand that guides the group through their darkest moments, and the perfect balance to Christian's chaotic energy. And together, they're unstoppable, and absolutely hilarious to read about. Right, we're on about Juliana next. Okay, so Juliana has always been Arya's rock, the one who stuck by her through thick and thin. She's incredibly mature for her age, with a calm demeanour that makes her the voice of reason when things get chaotic. Her loyalty to Arya is unwavering, and she's always ready to protect her, even when things get tough. But beneath that calm exterior, she carries a weight that no one really understands. It's a dark secret from her past that she keeps hidden. Yes, juicy secrets. She don't want to show her vulnerabilities, and while she is strong and a dependable friend, there's more to her than she lets on. Her past is a mystery, one that Arya doesn't fully know, and it's clear that Juliana's been carrying burdens that could change everything if they were ever revealed. For now, she keeps her secrets close, but how long can she continue to hide them? Right, our next character is Nicholas. Nicholas is the calm and collected one in the group, always the voice of reason when things get heated. He is Juliana's best friend, and the two of them share a bond that's deeper than anyone realizes. Where Juliana is reserved, Nicholas's quiet confidence and level-headed nature balances her out perfect. He's the kind of guy who doesn't rush into things but takes his time when thinking things through, making him a reliable presence in any situation. But despite his calm demeanour, Nicholas isn't one to shy away from a challenge. He's quite the opposite. And when his friends are in danger, he'll do whatever it takes to protect them. He's fiercely loyal, and though he may not show it as openly as others, he cares deeply for those he holds close. There's a quiet strength to him, and one that makes him an invaluable friend to Juliana and the rest of the group. I want to give him more detail in the next book, because I don't think he gets enough. I don't think not many of the characters get a lot of description in the first book, so I'm hoping we dive deeper into their stories throughout the series, just to make it more interesting, because you're not learning anything from the characters. I'm making it up as I go. Okay, now, Alexander is, I think, by far the one with the most lore, and I think I should be telling you some of this lore in this video so it can make more sense. So that I don't have to write, 15 more pages of lore, because I can't do that, okay? Personally, when I read a book, I don't like the first 10 chapters to be about lore. I don't like that. It pisses me off so goddamn much. Right, so Alexander is the oldest and most mature of the group, carrying himself with a serious, no-nonsense attitude when it comes to things like tasks and plans and espionages, basically. He has a sharp mind, always thinking several steps ahead, which is why he's often seen as the strategist and mentor to the younger members of the group. I can never say that word, strategist. Strategist. Got it. His commanding presence makes it clear that he's not someone to be taken lightly, but to those who know him well, he's surprisingly approachable, and even has a dry sense of humour that slips through when he's comfortable. So here's the law. Alexander holds the title of Game Master, a nickname earned during his time as a well-known enchanted, where he was renowned for his skill in strategic thinking and combat. His reputation among both enchanted and humans alike made him a figure of respect and fear. However, this title also placed a target on his back. With the king's ban on the enchanted, Alexander became one of the most wanted, considered a traitor for defying the king's oppressive laws. His history as a game master and his connection to the enchanted made him a marked man, constantly at risk. Despite the danger, Alexander has managed to stay one step ahead, using his wit and charm instincts to survive. While he may not show his softer side to just anyone, his loyalty to his friends is unwavering. He's the kind of person who would sacrifice anything to protect those he cares about, and that's what makes him such a great guy. Cunning and strategic, Alexander knows how to play his cards right, and his friends often turn to him for advice or guidance. Despite his serious exterior, there's a warmth to him that only the people closest to him can see, and they're lucky to have him by their side. Okay, so I think I should have done these two characters when I did Damian, but it's fine. Okay, so we've got Inora and Aiden Sullivan, the two twin cousins of Prince Damian, and they're just as cunning and as sharp as he is, but in their own ways. Inora is quick-witted, calculating, and has a charm that can make anyone underestimate her. She knows how to play the game of politics, always with a hint of mischief in her smile. Aiden, on the other hand, is a bit more blunt. He doesn't sugarcoat things, and he's not afraid to challenge Damian or anyone else in their circle, which often leads to some tense moments. Despite their differences, they share a deep loyalty to Damian. They're not afraid to call him out when needed. Together, they're a force to be reckoned with, both brilliant in their scheming and always looking for an advantage. They walk a fine line between being allies and rivals, never fully letting their guard down, even with each other. Okay, so I was going to write a bit more on certain characters, but I decided not to because I was scared it was going to give out too much of either the plot for this book or future plots I'm thinking about doing for the next book. So I'm going to keep it like that. Okay, yeah, I'm going to keep it like that. Right, so that's the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed that little debrief. That is not a debrief, but I hope you guys liked that character overview. And I hope you guys are interested in the book. Okay, I will give out a release date in a few days, because I'm getting the release date in a few days. Oh my god! And I will do a cover reveal in a few days as well, so keep an eye out. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video, and comment down below who your favorite character is based on what I've given you, based on what information I've given you. So yeah, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and a wonderful holiday, and see you in my next video. Bye!
1, 2, 3, let's go!